But
Man,
that's
what a really cool deck.
I think it's a great read. Unfortunately, it didn't do Gooby much. But if you're expecting there to be a lot of mages, or even hunters as well, as we just saw there, Kazan Mystic didn't really do much. I mean, it allowed him to have the peace of mind to push through.
If I may, TJ,
you may.
An anecdote as we get ready for Paladin versus whatever Warlock Amaz has. Gaara for like a week and a half sent me files of screenshots of his games.
Okay.
Because he doesn't use like push or any like Giazzo or anything like that. He actually manually uploads
The old-fashioned way.
He does, and it was just like a nonstop string of like the worst brawls, the worst possible pilot shredder, the worst possible like Sneasel, like everything kept happening with just like the worst RNG. And he's like, I'm done. I'm like, peace out. I'm going on vacation. And I'll see you guys in like 2 weeks. Like that's how Gaara felt because of so much bad RNG happening.
So he just cashed
So
in.
he just cashed in just now.
Yeah.
Back-to-back games.
He took all those files.
His handlock game was pretty insane too, with the draws that he was getting.
And they weren't even screenshots. He actually took a camera, took a picture of his monitor, uploaded it from his camera to his computer, then sent it to you. That's
No. He just
that's how old-fashioned he
just
is.
pressed F12. He pressed F12 and uploaded it to Skype.
Ruined my moment.
Sorry. Well, Zoo versus the Paladin. Now, Enhanto Meccano is an interesting card to include. It was one of those cards that people experimented a lot with and said, well, isn't this card actually OP? And
Yes.
then people stopped playing it.
No, the answer is yes.
But people stopped playing it.
I actually put Enhanto Meccano in my Hobgoblin Warrior deck.
Oh my god. DJ has a Hobgoblin Warrior deck that he won't ever stop talking about.
And I won't ever show it to anybody. I mean, I've given away little hints and little pieces of it over the course of the 8 weeks that we've broadcasted. So if people want to go back and watch all 100 hours plus of the VODs and piece together every single Hobgoblin puzzle piece that I've dropped along the way, they can make the deck and become legendary, so to speak.
You're still not getting on Tempo Storm. Well, this is a pretty lightning fast start from Amaz. Now, Gaara does have the muster for battle, thankfully. But then Amaz still has like a pretty strong scenario if he just picks up one Death Rattle minion that costs 1 mana. That's all he has to do, pick up a Death Rattle minion for 1 mana. Is that so hard to ask for?
Not really. Well, maybe it is.
Well, he can clean up the 1/1s.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get around playing. You're not gonna be able to play around Consecration at all, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. You have to cash in now.
Do you play Knife Jug or do you tap?
To be honest,
This is actually really tough. Amaz has been hit with so many tough decisions throughout the series.
yeah. I was going to lean towards actually the Knife Juggler play, but I think the more I think about it, the less I like it. Because you can use the Knife Juggler to combo a little bit later on, and you know that it's pretty much going to die for free.
Just look at the power of Paladin now. Like, he sees firm control of the board. All is left is a 1/1 Undertaker. And you have a Pilot Shredder. Like, if anyone wasn't convinced about Muster for Battle or Shield and Minibot, like, just look at what it did to the Zoo matchup all of a sudden.
Yeah, that was a great start with Undertaker.
It could have flipped the other
Double
way
flame
with a Death Rattle on the Undertaker so it could be buffed so it can kill the shitty Shield
For sure.
Minibot, but
He can even preserve his Shield and Minibot here if he's willing to take an extra 3 damage. I don't see why he wouldn't be willing to.
I wonder.
Is he thinking?
oh, he's thinking about Knife Juggler.
Yeah,
Juggles.
Knife
Okay.
Juggler and Hero Power.
The validity of doing that. That's actually a pretty strong play too. The Pilot Shredder can get destroyed by Abusive Sergeant as well, so it's not as simple as like just dropping it.
It is a lot stickier.
But it does drop you another minion to fight against whatever the Abusive Sergeant Plus comes out.
if he gets a juggle on one of the flame imps.
Oh, actually, I was not expecting this play, and I like it.
How so?
Because the 3/3 body is really valuable. You can still keep the knife juggler out of
Okay.
dangerous rounds. And the only thing is that I think it's like comparable to the pilot shredder, but just what is more important is that you're maximizing your shielded mini bot.
Yeah. Wow, that's Amaz. Can't really catch a break. Joko goes to face, so he's not able to either take the shielded mini bot off the board or be able to kill the all their peacekeepers.
Amaz has been really unlucky this series.
Yeah.
But you know what?
It's not something you hear very often.
You know what? I think he might have used up all of his luck on that stealth mail Ganas. What was that all about when I was watching that on the front page?
I don't know.
It's like, how did this even happen?
So
it's one of those
tough to
things when
deal
your friend calls you and he's like, hey, TJ,
Let me
I need you to come over, help me with something. It's like, what? And like, just come over. You come. It's just like this weird, awkward scenario. You're like, how did this even happen? It's like spaghetti on the roof, and like the dog is like caught in between the stairs, and the desk is like halfway out the window. You're like, what happened, Danny? Like, I don't have time to explain. Just come and help.
That's happened before.
It didn't actually happen.
Frodan had his fist
I
stuck
imagine
in a
some
mason
pretty
jar.
colorful scenarios, TJ. But one thing's in common. I need help in all of them.
Ooh, cockhammer.
The cockhammer is pretty nice, actually. You get to trade
Yeah.
efficiently with the Divine Shield. One thing you have to be mindful of is how much health that you're at, because if you're using weapons to trade so much, are you taking too much damage? With Power Overwhelming and strong means like Lotheb, Amaz can still make a push to kill.
Yeah. Once you gain control of the board, though, it's sometimes your health total just doesn't matter as much.
The taunt is actually surprisingly really effective too, so that way it's not like if a Doomguard gets pushed here, you can't top deck and push.
Yeah.
And in fact, the Undertaker draw here is very weak. This is the downside that I was hearing about Undertaker had. I never saw one with my own eyes, but I guess this is the downside that they so speak of Undertaker.
I just heard about it.
Legends foretell that late game Undertaker draws might actually be bad.
But early game, it's the...
This winter.
This winter, Keanu Reeves is... the
Well
Undertaker. I think
Keanu Reeves is Ben Britt. God, that's one impression I don't think I'll ever be able to nail. If I ever like sat down and dedicated myself,
Ben Brode?
I don't think I could copy Ben Brode.
No.
Oh, it's the Patient Assassin!
Whoa!
I talked about this card every single time last week with Raidnet because we made a guess. We started playing a guessing game of what 2-drop we thought it was. And every time I said it's Patient Assassin because that's the best 2-drop, in my opinion, that you could get. Because it's just so good. It just destroys everything. And Gaara, to capitalize his good draws and his good run, to underline it, is this Patient Assassin. Because now Doomguard gets stopped. Amaz is in such big doo-doo.
Yes. To put it lightly. Because now, he can't play Doomguard. Well, he can, but it...
Well, he might as well play Lotheb first.
Yeah, but if he plays Lotheb, it's just going to die to Patient Assassin. If he plays Doomguard, he's going to have to throw it into the Lotheb anyway, because at that point in the game, he'll have taken so much damage that he'll have to just sort of stall out the bleeding.
Yeah.
And then the Patient Assassin wouldn't have mattered anyway, because he could just trade something else in.
Maz doesn't want his opponent to draw cards either, so Voidwalker just allows that Acolyte of Pain to get value. This is such a nightmare for Amaz. And partially why Paladin has definitely seen a strong resurgence. Its ability to handle aggro while still remaining a mid-game tempo play, or even scale into late-game control with its quality combinations. Granted, it's not as strong as it is late-game as it used to be, but this is a large reason of why it's so good.
That's sort of the nature of mid-game decks. It's just being able to still be aggressive while having the potential to transition the deck into late game. It's a desperation move.
I say you Acolyte of Pain and with the Elder Peacekeeper on this. Just draw cards. Why not?
Yeah, you have to end up killing it anyway because your opponent can draw an owl plus a power overwhelming.
Yeah, this is really, really bad spot for Amaz here. And it's just one of those. This is just one of those series where it's like you can't help but feel bad for Amaz because it's like there's actually like he couldn't do anything. Gaara also rushed decision. He's realizing he probably should have attacked first.
Yeah, Patient Assassin still lives.
But this will be the final turn, and Amaz can't do anything, so that means Gaara advances to semifinals 3-0. And, well, more importantly, he stays alive in the competition with a chance to advance to the LAN finals. He's going to be playing up against Savits, and we have Tice versus Kit Kats in the upper bracket. Pretty good top 4 so far.
Yeah, you would say that.
Yes,
Two
I would
Templestowe
say that.
members.
As a commentator's job to be happy with the results and to hype it up, it is.
Yeah, I'm happy
I
as
would
well.
say
Yeah.
that. You're right.
Gaara played well. He did have some draws to help. That's you can't deny that. But definitely strong player. And Amaz has had his fair share of
Yeah, he'll be back.
good victories.
Another probably season 2. We'll see
sure.
Amaz for sure, and he'll probably come back much stronger next time.
There's high hopes for Archon as well. Moving into the team house, they have a lot of
Yeah.
great things in the future for his team, his new organization. So
Breaking the trend a little bit, we was expecting a 3-2 because it was 3-2, 3-2, 3-2.
Yeah,
the
that
previous
was
3 series. But
that was a quick series.
yeah, it was very fast, but it's a good way to change the pace, I suppose. And
Definitely.
well, Gaara's playing very well. Some unconventional moves, some really cool decks, and well, you need a little bit of luck to win any tournament, right?
Showing the versatility of Mage as well. We've seen just today. We've seen Freeze Mage. We've seen Fatigue Mage. We've seen aggressive Mech Mage. We've seen a little bit of a slower Mech Mage, and we've seen the value Tempo Mage. Cool stuff.
Cool stuff indeed. Well, we're going to take a break. Before we get to semifinals, though, we want to remind you guys about all the cool promotions that are going on with Cooler Master, Newegg, Western Digital, and Crucial. They've been supporting us all season long. Make sure to check out all their products here at the lower link. And while you're at it, too, you can check out the Plantronics deal. I think this past break you saw an offer to sign up and win 2 rig headset gear. Or you can get expert packs for Hearthstone. You can get a chance to open up some legendary cards, some cool epics that you're missing, or maybe Disenchanted for Dust.
Yeah.
You'll find out how during the break after this quick commercial. Do you want to say anything, TJ?
Yeah. I'm going to have to throw a fit in between the break because pretty sure I'm ineligible for the expert packs. Sad face.